we're talking about how do accountants usually take care of budgeted price, meaning that they have to do some research on the suppliers and expect that what is the transactions they're going to purchase and how much would that cost. Then they're going to divide it to the expected units that they're selling or producing. Right? So this again breaks down to the 3 categories of cost that you learned in the first 3 chapters. Exactly the same. We have materials costs that we need to project. We have labor costs that we need to expect how much we're going to spend. We have also manufacturing overhead costs. Okay? So how are these decided? Accountants, they need to work with, of course, purchasing manager to determine what are the types of materials that they're expecting to purchase in for certain types of products. So different types of products, you have different suppliers. Different suppliers, you may have different contracts. All of these, the total cost of materials for each and every type needs to be considered altogether. And by considering contracts, they also need to consider, is there any discounts that they're potentially maybe able to get if they pay the accounts payable earlier? Is there freight cost? Like some of the suppliers, if they are further away, perhaps it's based on the distance, so what would be the potential freight cost added to this transaction? So these are detailed plans on how to determine material cost. What you see later, these numbers given to you in the problems, really is after a bunch of analysis on different types, different levels of materials, aggregated all together. Then you assign a certain price to this particular cake or the particular bicycle that you produced. Okay, so labor cost, the same idea. Accountants will need to work with the staff or the department head in human resource department. Think about how many employees that they potentially need to hire. What will be the contract, salary contract that will be signed off? Manufacturing overhead, what are the certain machines that they need to get that actually is worked for multiple types of products? What will be the allocation base that they need to select in order to assign these costs? So remember that ABC costing system that you learned in Chapter 18 is all about assigning manufacturing overhead. But those that you learned earlier was the actual cost that happened. This, what we're doing here, is before that actually happens, accountants needs to work with different areas of managers to set the projected price. So this is what we call standard cost. And standard cost breaks down to the price